Imagine waking up, opening your phone, and seeing a photograph so disturbing that you immediately assume it has to be fake. It's circulating through Discord, then Instagram. People are reposting it. Some are warning others not to look. Others are treating it like entertainment. But somewhere in Utica, New York, police are receiving calls. Because the girl in that photograph is real. She's 17 years old. Her name is Bianca DEVINS. And the person uploading the image is the man who killed her. Tonight, we're talking about a murder that didn't end at the crime scene. Because after Bianca was killed, the internet made sure her family had to experience it again and again. Welcome to the podcast You Can't Unhear. Bianca Michelle DEVINS was born on October 2nd, 2001, in Utica, New York. When this terrible event occurred, she was just 17 years old and had recently graduated from high school. Her family and friends knew her as someone who was a bit shy, but also cheerful and pleasant. Behind that cheerfulness, Bianca had actually gone through some difficult times. She had been diagnosed with several mental disorders: depression, anxiety disorder, personality disorder, and post-traumatic stress disorder. Fortunately, her family was incredibly supportive and accompanied her to counselling sessions with a psychiatrist at a mental health clinic in Albany. Bianca began counselling in October 2018, and after several months of regular treatment, she finally started to recover in February 2019. She found her happiness and spirit again, and the counselling helped her become closer to her family and friends. Her experience as a mental health survivor made her even more sympathetic to others struggling with similar issues. To help people who were going through what she had experienced, Bianca became active on social media: Instagram, Facebook, and Discord. Social media allowed the previously shy Bianca to express herself more freely. She became open to chatting with anyone and didn't mind listening to confessions from strangers she met online. Her goal was truly noble. She wanted those struggling with mental disorders to not feel alone. Through her social media activities, Bianca gained many online friends from not just the New York area, but from abroad as well. She became quite well known online, with many referring to her as an e-girl, someone with a very strong persona on social media, like an influencer. Among her many online friends was a man named Brandon Clark. Brandon was several years older than Bianca. He was born in 1997, while she was born in 2001. They met on Instagram in May 2019 and began communicating intensely through chat. Bianca learned that Brandon lived in Syracuse, New York, not too far from her home in Utica. Because the distance wasn't too far, they agreed to meet up. As they started meeting more often, their relationship transformed from online friends to real-life friends. They were always kind to each other and became so close that Bianca even invited Brandon to her high school graduation. They went out together several times, including attending a concert on July 13th, 2019. When they went to that concert, Brandon picked Bianca up at her house and was supposed to take her home by the morning of July 14th. But for some reason, Bianca didn't return home that morning and couldn't be reached. She was last seen with Brandon at the concert. The shocking discovery began on July 14th, 2019, around 6 a.m., when the Utica Police Department received numerous 911 emergency calls. All the calls contained similar reports about horrific and disturbing photos being spread across social media platforms like Discord and Instagram. The photos showed the face of a young woman in a bloody condition, with her neck severed from her body. The person who uploaded those photos was identified as Brandon, and the woman in the photos was suspected to be Bianca. In one of his posts, Brandon had written, "I'm sorry, Bianca." At first, people thought the photos might be edited, assuming it was just attention-seeking behavior. But some were worried the photos were real, which is why they reported it to 911. The police were heading to Bianca's house to investigate when they received another emergency call. This time from Brandon himself. He said he was at the end of Poe Street, where a murder had just occurred, identifying himself as Brandon and the victim as Bianca Michelle Devins. The police immediately headed to Poe Street, a small street in a housing complex that ends in a cul-de-sac surrounded by trees. When they arrived, they didn't see anything unusual at first, but investigating deeper into the wooded area, they found a black SUV parked there. Next to the car, on its right side, there was a green tarp spread on the ground. In front of that tarp, Brandon was lying there holding a knife. When the police asked where Bianca was, Brandon was uncooperative, responding with, "What do you think?" and "Where do you think Bianca is?" As the police approached to arrest him, Brandon aimed the knife at his own neck in an apparent suicide attempt. The police managed to prevent this and secured Brandon, taking him to the hospital due to his injuries. Meanwhile, other officers remained at the scene to search for Bianca. The green tarp immediately caught their attention, and when they opened it, they found Bianca's lifeless body. Her condition was exactly like in the photos spread on social media, confirming that the circulated photos were real, not edited. The police immediately concluded this was a murder, with Brandon as the primary suspect. The investigation began with processing the crime scene. Police found a bonfire where several items had been burned: hard drives, papers, metal objects, knives. Apparently, Brandon's attempt to destroy evidence. However, they found two crucial pieces of intact evidence: the black SUV and Brandon's cell phone. Inside the SUV's back seat, they found many red stains, blood. The police concluded that Bianca was brutally killed in this car. To understand the motive, they searched Brandon's phone and discovered that while Bianca considered Brandon a good friend, Brandon had a different view of their relationship. He was obsessed with Bianca and considered her his girlfriend, not just a friend. When police searched Brandon's house, where he lived with his aunt, they found a handwritten note in his room that read something like, "I want this person to have it. I won't be around anymore. I'm sorry about that, but this is what I really want to do." This note was written before he picked Bianca up for the concert, suggesting the crime was premeditated. The full story emerged when police examined both Brandon's and Bianca's phones. They discovered there was another person involved, a man named Alex, who was also Bianca's online friend turned real-life friend. On the night of the concert, Alex had joined Bianca and Brandon. During the concert, when Brandon went to a store to buy something, Bianca and Alex were left alone and ended up kissing. Brandon saw this from behind the store, and being so obsessed with Bianca, he was immediately consumed by jealousy. He felt that Bianca had cheated on him, and his attitude changed completely for the rest of the concert. After the concert ended, Alex went home separately, while Brandon drove Bianca back. Alex sent Bianca a message asking if Brandon was angry about seeing them kiss, but it's unclear if Bianca replied. The key evidence came from a deleted video recovered from Brandon's phone. This video revealed what happened during their return journey and became crucial evidence of the crime. The video was recorded by Brandon from inside his black SUV, which was stopped in the parking lot on Poe Street, where Bianca's body was later found. In the video, Brandon was in the driver's seat while Bianca was sleeping in the passenger seat. Brandon woke her up and immediately expressed his anger, about the intimate scene between Bianca and Alex. He demanded to know why she was kissing Alex and what it meant for their relationship. Bianca apologized, saying she was sorry if she made him upset. But when Brandon asked about their future relationship, Bianca remained silent, which made Brandon even more enraged. He hit Bianca's head hard. She stayed silent, just turned her gaze away, not wanting to look at Brandon anymore. Bianca then said she just wanted to go home and wasn't sure if she wanted to meet him again after this treatment. This made Brandon even more annoyed. He grabbed a knife that he had prepared in advance, further evidence that this was premeditated, and with a very quick movement, he grabbed Bianca's head and slit her throat. While hurting Bianca, Brandon repeatedly screamed at her, saying, "You're the one who made me do this! This is all because of you! You're the one who made me like this!" Blaming her for his actions. Bianca tried to fight back, but Brandon was much bigger and had attacked her neck area, leaving her helpless. Seeing Bianca helpless, Brandon mercilessly focused his phone camera on her, recording her final moments as she was dying. After Bianca died, Brandon uploaded the bloody photos to social media, leading to the 911 calls and police response. When police tried to interrogate Brandon at the hospital, he remained uncooperative. However, the evidence they had found, particularly the video, was strong enough to arrest him. Brandon was charged with second-degree murder, intentional homicide. The authorities concluded that the motive was jealousy. Brandon was jealous because he thought Bianca was closer to Alex, while she only considered Brandon a friend. For this crime, Brandon was sentenced to 20 years in prison. Bianca's tragic death not only shocked New York, but also caused a stir on social media. The photos of Bianca at the time of her death were widely spread on the internet, and it took more than 20 hours for Instagram to finally remove them. This deeply saddened her family. To combat posts containing photos of Bianca's death, a movement with the hashtag #PinkForBianca was launched. People uploaded pink photos, flowers, skies, sunsets, ribbons, candies, along with this hashtag, as one of Bianca's viral photos showed her with pink hair. This hashtag served as a reminder to be more sympathetic to victims and their families, and to not spread such disturbing content when encountered online. Years later, Brandon challenged his conviction. But in June 2025, a New York appellate court unanimously upheld it. So legally, there is little mystery about what happened. Brandon Clark murdered Bianca Devins. But Bianca's case left behind another question that a prison sentence couldn't solve. What happens when the evidence of a murder becomes permanently searchable? Her family pushed for change. New York lawmakers introduced legislation inspired by Bianca's case, aimed at criminalizing certain malicious dissemination of images depicting crime victims. The proposed legislation became known through versions of Bianca's Law and later Bianca and Caroline's Law. The justification was painfully simple. Bianca's killer uploaded the photographs, but the trauma continued because other people kept distributing them. New York lawmakers specifically cited how Bianca's family had been harassed with the images after her death. Her case had exposed something the law hadn't fully caught up with. A killer can victimize someone once. The internet can potentially repeat that victimization forever. And maybe that's the part of Bianca's story worth remembering most. Bianca was 17. She had friends and family who knew an entire person, while millions of strangers would eventually know her through one horrific moment. And there is something deeply unsettling about that imbalance. Brandon wanted people to look. He documented what he'd done, then put it in front of an audience. And for years afterwards, strangers continued giving that act an audience. Maybe the simplest way to deny him that is to refuse. Don't search with a photograph. Don't repost it. Don't send it. Don't turn somebody's final moment into a collectible piece of internet history. Thanks for joining me tonight. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next episode of the podcast You Can't Unhear.